Hey everybody, welcome to Valentine TV. Tonight's reaction is coming from TISA Tales on YouTube. Um, Everything will be in the description of this video where you can find her and watch it uninterrupted. Okay, and I want to welcome y'all here. Also, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hype up the video. Uh, okay, y'all remember earlier sometime just hearing about that in the documentary when they said that Biggie had to pay for his own funeral, and there's some people that saying no he didn't. Yes he did. Some people it says that about the word recoup mean they took everything out of the royalties that Biggie owed, including the funeral per Diddy. Took everything that Biggie owed out before they gave the family the royalties. That's why the family does not see what a funeral came out of the royalties, because they didn't get a penny of the royalties until all the biggest stuff was paid, taken care of, all the loans and when they go on the road and whatever the record label had to pay, pay. Yeah. So the funeral was included in that recoupment. Okay. So look up recoupment. Okay. And there's a lot of people I've also heard while I've been scrolling through and looking around saying that they believe the one it's two borough. It's a boroughs and it's a borough. Borough is the one of them is the one that is a plan. I think it's a Diddy plan that's saying that, oh no, we paid for the funeral. We paid. Then oh no, bad boy paid. Bad boy paid. Yeah, Bad boy paid. No, they did not. Biggie paid for his own funeral. All right, per Diddy switching up contract papers. And yeah, let me let Tisa explain some of it, and I'll be back in a minute with my reaction. Y'all, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And also think about joining the Valentine family. Come on, I need somebody to join and be in here with me. Help me against all these enemies. No, all these nice people. Okay, here we go, y'all.
If Diddy was up there talking about some every step I take, dancing on Diddy's grave, you think he ain't have grave robber's position? But listen, and all of a sudden they signed this deal, and then she died shortly after, and the deal was for $100 million, and she was.
Y'all, however they cut this video, they cut it wrong. I mean, just a little bit. Mistakes happen. At least they know how to do it. But they talking about Miss Wallace. Did y'all know that she was in hospice care? I did not know. And that's when she signed something. They say she signed something, and that's when everything went into motion. Like the ones Diddy put in place. Let me let Tisa explain.
In a hospice. If you guys don't know, she actually was in a hospice dying. Oh my God, you guys, come in, sit down, and shut the door. Do you know that we have what I believe to be definitive proof that the manager that came out and spoke on behalf of Bad Boy and was like, what are you talking about? We never saw anything of wrongdoing. And everybody that's pro Diddy is holding it up, being like, well, I don't know. Well, guess what? I do. And I did some research because I was like, what they're saying doesn't make sense. Recoupment is when the label pays for it. They take it out of your money, and before you get $1 of royalty, all your recoupment is the label cuts a check, and then they take it out of the total earnings before you even get $1 in royalties. So when you get a royalty check, right, it wouldn't show recoupment. That's the gag. That's why artists hate it, and anybody that's an artist knows, okay? But guess what? I found an article from Check Notes. It was March 12th, 2025. This is after the tragic passing of Viola Wallace, right? And it talks about Biggie's family won't benefit from catalog sales, claims Diddy's ex-bodyguard.
See,
It's Gene Deal. It's sad. But listen to the
keep
tea
listening.
that he dropped
Listen.
about this
Keep
man that
listening.
was sent on the Breakfast Club. Now Hollywood Unlocked is reposting them, and everybody that is down to take that PR money from Diddy, either from relationships or actual cash money, is repeating this without actually going and telling you who the history of this man is.
Just like what's the name on the Breakfast Club? Just hilarious, not just hilarious. The new one, just talking now. Um, the journalist that sits beside um D whatever his freaking name, in between DJ Envy and freaking Not the God. She even said, "I'm gonna put my journalistic hat off, and I'll tell you who I believe. I believe that Bad Boy did pay for it, and I said Plant, and who else? It's some more people that keep saying that. Oh, Bad Boy paid for it. Bad Boy, no, they did not. Biggie paid for it, and then Miss Wallace and them got the royalties, and that's why they do talking about, yeah, we didn't see nothing, nothing came out of the royalties, nothing. So yeah, so Bad Boy paid it. No, it was already taken out, idiots.
Now you can believe
Diddy
the
it.
manager, but before I believed the manager of the estate, I did a little digging and I was like,
Good.
who is he? We're about to get into this. Listen to this. They said the sale of Biggie's catalog has been slammed by Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal. Shout out to Gene Deal. He read me search for filth today. I did a story about that. Go watch it if you want. He claims that Biggie's rapper's family will not benefit from a lucrative deal. Speaking to the Art of Dialogue, Gene accused Wayne Barrow, that's the person that Breakfast Club, Hollywood, every major news outlet is giving that. You cannot tell me that he did not come out on behalf of Diddy to defend him, but listen to his connection. Wayne Barrow and Mark Pitts, representatives of Biggie's estate, of exploiting Biggie's children and recently deceased mother with the sale of his publishing and marketing rights, which are expected to fetch as much as $100 million. Y'all listen to this. Knowing this lady was sick and she was in a hospice. If you guys don't know, she actually was in a hospice dying, and all of a sudden they signed this deal and then she died shortly.
Somebody probably needs to do a even though she was in hospice, y'all know I'm in the health field, right? Even though she was in hospice, they still be up to partner on what they doing up until a certain extent. Some of them all the way to the last breath, right? I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, yeah, they may need to do a freaking autopsy. Even though she was in hospice, still do an autopsy to see what made her go so quick. All right. That's what I would do if I was them.
After, and the deal was for $100 million.
$100 million.
If Diddy was up there talking about some every step I take, dancing on Diddy's grave, you think he ain't have grave robber's position? But listen, and make up your own mind. Knowing this lady was sick and she was in a hospice, referring to Biggie's mom, Valletta Wallace, who died last month, these guys, Wayne Barrow and Mark Pitts, went on and started working out deals to allegedly sell Biggs' publishing, his marketing, and all rights to everything. They are working out a deal for them, meaning the guys. It ain't about Miss Wallace. It ain't for Biggs' kids. Wayne Barrow and Mark Pitts, those dudes that Puff put into play. I can't believe this. This is the same one that's coming out saying, what are you talking about? Diddy was fantastic to Biggie.
And y'all know the one Barrows, he said that Diddy tried to get him to switch it up. Remember in the documentary? And he said once he would not do it, then he said 3 months later, Diddy fired him. Diddy fired him 3 months after that, and then all the paperwork did exactly what he had asked him to do, switch it up to make Biggie pay for the funeral, right?
These are the dudes that when Big died, they took over the marketing and publishing and everything. They were Puff's boys. I guess it paid off because now they're looking to get 100 to 150 million on the whole thing. They about to get paid. They were placed there by Puff. They said Biggie welcomed 2 children, Tiana and Christopher Jr., before he tragically passed away in 97. It's unclear what the terms of the deal are and how much money Biggie's kids will receive once the sale is finalized. Gene Dill also claimed in the interview that Voletta Wallace never trusted Diddy and actively avoided him at events as she knew he might have had something to do with her son's death, which remained unsolved for over 30 years. And now she's taking it to the grave. It's sad. And these dudes are about to get paid from that, from sticking around. Again, the Hollywood Reporter reported that half of Biggie's music rights were close to being sold to publishing company Primary Wave, which also manages the rights to the likes of Prince, Whitney Houston, and Bob Marley. The outlet, citing multiple sources, said that the late rap icon's publishing rights, which involved the compositions, not the sound recordings, were set to go for $100 million, while the master rights to the sound recordings would cost in the 30-50 million range. They did.
Yo, that's how I've been trying to figure out also how Diddy's still paying for them high-powered lawyers, even though he done made one so mad. I don't know if he gonna have. I don't know if I want to know who his lawyer team gonna be for the case in L.A. because he making the money. I was just wondering where it was all coming from. Now I see.
Did, however, note that the other sources told them the total amount in the sale would come in at just under $100 million. They also noted that the timing of the deal was somewhat curious, given the recent death of Voletta Wallace. They waited until she died to push this into play, and they said she signed off on it while she was in a hospice, hanging on by a thread. Voletta was the executor of Biggie's estate until her passing, but Beryl and Pitts, Beryl was the one saying, "What are you talking about? I know for a fact Bad Boy paid, and there was nothing with royalties." Represented the estate in negotiations with Primary Wave. Beryl and Pitts were previously managers of Diddy. I'm sorry, they were managers of Biggie during his lifetime and are credited as executive producers on his sophomore album, Life After Death. The two also worked under Diddy for Bad Boy Records and managed the career of Biggie's ex-wife, Faith Evans. Barrows and Pitts have yet to comment on the sale of the catalog, nor the allegations made by Gene Dill, who have gained a reputation for speaking the truth. Let me tell y'all something though. You make your own mind up on what you think it is, but I called it when I said, "Yo, do they have connection to Diddy?" Because
I've been watching TISA for 2 straight days because she been rocking these videos. You hear me? And this morning when I saw about the Breakfast Club and I ain't gonna say the other names because I may get them wrong, but I remember the Breakfast Club because I cannot stand them because they are on Diddy's payroll just like TMZ. I do not care. I don't know if TMZ on that now though. I don't know if Two Angry Men. I don't know if that mark on there, but shoot, man, they was fighting for Diddy and y'all saw it. But yeah, the Breakfast Club, they still going hard for Diddy. Why? Does he have something on y'all that would just take y'all's career or something? Because y'all still acting scared. Why y'all so scared of Diddy? What is it? What does he have on y'all? Huh? Anyway, let's keep going.
This don't make no sense that you coming out speaking in parcel tongue. What are you talking about? We saw Bad Boy issue the check. Yeah, because you're counting on most people not knowing what recoupment is. Recoupment is the label pays for it, and then they take it out of the profits before you even get a dollar of royalty. Second of all, and then being like, we didn't see anything in the royalties. You wouldn't, and you knew that. You were playing in people's faces. And let me tell you something, right? If what Kirk Burroughs and Gene Dill allege, I believe, if it was false, Diddy would have sued. Second of all, Diddy would have showed proof that he paid for Biggie's funeral, and he would have showed proof through his lawyer. The fact that he's being so quiet, but he's sending out his mouthpieces to put out these counter narratives
See?
of who do you believe, lets me know that Kirk Burrows is probably telling the truth and Gene Deal is probably telling the truth too. Again, two dudes put in place by Diddy, put in place to manage Biggie while he was alive. Let's also not forget that Kirk Burrows said that Diddy was mad shiesty. He liked to change contracts. He liked for artists to sign and then the people in the back end to do something funny with the paperwork.
Yeah.
He already said that's the way Diddy moved. So the fact is, Diddy, and that Kirk Burrows said he either left or got fired because he refused to change Biggie's renegotiated contract. Mind you, he got murked a couple of weeks after the renegotiated contract, and then Diddy.
I didn't know that.
Put out Life After Death. Oddly enough, Miss Wallace, was in hospice on her deathbed. She decided to change the contract. Magically, after she died, that's when everything went into play. And now, even all this money that his kids were supposed to get, I'm hearing that they haven't even gotten any of that money.
God.
So once again, Diddy's fingers. He want to sue everything else. He want to clarify everything else. Why don't all the people defending Diddy, why don't you comment on this? Where's the receipts that you're actually telling the truth? And Kirk Burrows and them are lying because it would be very, very, very easy to find the receipts in a bad boy tax return. In the recoupment, it would be very, very easy to find the receipts. But Diddy don't want to. Anyway, you guys, listen, I'm going to chase this story down because I want to know what's going on right now with that money, because I think Faith is suing those people. And let's not forget that Faith was dating Stevie J. And Stevie J is Diddy's ride or die. Again, the bad boy family, baby. It seems like the only people that can escape it are Mary J. Blige or those being walked out in the coffin. Either way, I think Mary J. Blige is the original surviving Diddy. And I think that's why she cut off everybody that's cool with Diddy. That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
Yo, I was wondering what Mary J. Blige was up to. Maybe she don't talk to nobody. But y'all doing Miss Wallace like that, now that she's passed, Lord, I hope didn't nobody speed it up. Hospital's already fast, but not that fast. It can last. I know my mom was a month, so I know. Anywho, and then his kids they are supposed to, okay? And even though he was divorcing Faith, but it hadn't become finalized yet, that's maybe how they played that out. Yeah, somebody may need to look and check that out. See if they wanted to make sure he was like before that divorce, just so she could have 50%, and of course, mom 50%. Of course, mom. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got. I'm just done. But y'all, Biggie paid for his own funeral. I don't care what nobody say. If you can prove wrong, put that paperwork up to the screen. Let me see. All right. That's all I got. And I will talk to y'all later. Y'all, please hit that subscribe button. I will appreciate it very, very much. And also try to join the Valentine family, y'all. Come on. So we can chit chat and talk and all of that good stuff. All right. I'll talk to y'all later, okay? All right. Bye, y'all.